On Sagittarius, how are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is your reading for January 2025. So in this reading, Sagittarius, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy for the month. We're going to take a look at some things you do not see coming, and we're also going to get some advice from your angels and spirit guides for you, and so much more regarding January 2025. So before we begin this reading, as always, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading, and I really do appreciate you in advance, Sagittarius, for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading does happen to resonate with you, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would also really appreciate that over here, Sagittarius. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this energy and see what is coming your way for the month of January 2025. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Sagittarius. Let's go ahead and see what we got going on here for you, Sagittarius. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of changes going on here, but at the same time, you're going to be feeling very solid. A lot of hope for your future. The future looks bright is what I'll say here, but there's something coming through about the gap between your thoughts and things actually manifesting are becoming so small, and it's really important for you in your overall general energy to keep your thoughts guarded. It's something I'll say to you about January 2025 is the mind is likened to a garden. If you let it run on autopilot, weeds are going to grow. You may not think that they're that significant because they've always been there, but it's really important that you take control of your mind. So I'm getting stuff about you becoming like an airbender. So some of you may be connecting with an air sign as well, or there's something here about you reading new books or meditating or something to keep your mind sharp. Okay, that's like really important. There's a lot of truth coming out here, and there's certainly an interesting challenge though when it comes to your I get that there's a challenge when it comes to your reputation and your image, your public image. It may not be where it wants to be at this. It may not be what you want it to be at this time. The reason I say that is because your challenge is the Six of Wands. So I feel like it's time to clean it up. That's really what I feel. It's time to clean it up because you have all this potential. And when it comes to the planet Pluto, which represents power, moving into Aquarius, which is an air sign, I feel like it's going to be really important for you to think new thoughts, think outside of the box, but at the same time, have some sort of regiment to your thinking, okay? And like really cultivate what you want to create rather than just letting it run on autopilot. Super important. So before we get into the tarot, let's go ahead and start this reading off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards. These oracle cards contain the energy that you need more of for January 2025. The first one is Freya, Phases and Cycles. There's a beginning with every ending. Illusions are being revealed. and released. So yeah, there's a lot of illusions that have been clouding your judgment, clouding your mind, that are going to be removed here in January 2025. A lot of you, this is going to have to do with connecting to your heart chakra in some sort of way, I feel. Okay, so don't be afraid of what you need to release at this time. And for a lot of you, it's even going to be something to do with your public perception. Your public image, I get, is under a transformation at this time. And there's something about you can't fake your frequency. The universe doesn't give you what you want. It gives you more of what you are. And right now you're basically under reconstruction. So it's a time, I always say, is something I get from Robert Greene, one of my favorite authors, is like crafting your own reputation and how others see you should be one of the most enjoyable things in this life. Shaping your own life like it's clay. Okay, that's what you're doing, but there may be just a slight dissatisfaction with what is going on right now. There may even be something that you feel is that you have to defend yourself against, some sort of negative interpretation of you. And I feel like in part, it's about understanding why that's happening, but also understanding that you have the ability to change it. That's what I get. Now you also have Hilarion. Divine healing, honor your sensitivity, retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. Okay, so retreat to recharge and heal is a big one, I feel, as well. This is definitely a month where I feel like you're going to be playing spiritual defense in some sort of way, because the Six of Wands in your challenge may be that you're just not as extroverted as you're usually used to. Sagittarius, a song that kind of reminds me of Sagittarius is like, girls just want to have fun, but you're also the Don Juan Thong pro. So whether you're a guy or a girl doesn't matter, whatever, it doesn't matter. There's something about you're not where you want to be. There's some sort of challenge to your reputation, and I feel like it's about opening your heart and allowing some sort of ending to occur. Okay, allowing some sort of ending to occur and be more heart-based, okay? This can have to do with forgiving others or forgiving yourself for past actions as well, is what I feel. Now, there's certainly something that you're going to be communicating as your opportunity to, but I feel like it's almost, there's some sort of enlightening experience where you're going to realize that everyone is you pushed out. There's certainly a sense where you're going to have to take your time this month, because you're going to be getting so much new information about how this universe actually works, and a lot of it is like the 7 Hermetic principles, the principle of mentalism. Everything is mental, okay? And right now, because the Six of Wands is your challenge, there's some sort of opportunity to readjust. Your opportunity is the Eight of Wands, which has to do with speed, open communication, movement, and there can be an opportunity for you to travel at this time. There can also be an opportunity for you to really speak to someone who can listen to you and who you trust, okay? Because in your advice, as long as you take the slow road, you have a lot of divine protection. If you try to take it, I get that if you try to take a shortcut to maybe get some sort of victory here, or if you try to take a shortcut to change your reputation very fast, Spirit's saying that as long as you take the road that is the methodical route, slowly drive down the field instead of like a Hail Mary. Okay, so the next card that you also, or the energy that you also need, is the Shekinah Sacred Self. Unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. So this is certainly about you unleashing your sacred self, but the sacred self here, I feel, is to do with keeping your heart open and honoring your own sensitivity as well. Remember that what you do to another, you ultimately do to yourself. So I feel like because there could have been things that happened in the past, Sagittarius, especially in 2024 or 2023, I'm getting, that you may not have realized how it influenced your reputation, because perhaps you were feeling sensitive in some sort of way, and I feel that like you felt your sacred self was somehow being obscured, and so you may have there may be something here where things didn't go the way you wanted, and so you acted a certain way. And right now it's like time to find an alternative solution. Okay, time to find an alternative solution. So this is definitely about dancing with the universe as well, and this represents purity. You see the white bird here under this woman, and it's interesting how you see the black bird, and then you also see the white bird here. So there could be some sort of blending of your dark and light into one, okay? Your dark and your light. So and divine healing is occurring. So let's go ahead and get into this reading. Like I said, your opportunity is the 8 of Wands. This has to do with speed, open communication, travel. I do get a lot of you have an opportunity to travel here, but it's almost like you're going to be going on a vision quest to kind of heal yourself, like going into monk mode is what I feel. So we're going to clarify why the 8 of Wands. Something could be happening very fast. There can be unexpected things happening. Now your challenge is the 6 of Wands. Okay, your challenge is the 6 of Wands. So for a lot of you, if this doesn't have to do with your own reputation or some sort of victory that you want, then this can be you having to deal with other people who are getting this. Okay, that your challenge could have to do with comparing yourself to people who are in alignment with their divine timing, or something opened up for them. And it's important to realize that we all have our own timing. Okay, that's really important for you. And instead of worrying about, because I feel like it's almost like a distraction. And they say the whole world is a stage, right? Like a little secret that they don't want you to know is that everything that they show you on the news is fake. Or it's not fake, but it's planned. So don't sweat, don't lose sleep over the propaganda. Okay? Because what they show you can be getting to you, but it's only usually a distraction cover-up. So don't let that mess with you. Okay? It's really important for you to say, and maybe some of you have this thing where it's like, no, it doesn't affect me. Deep down it might, and that's why it's this thing where it's like, honor your sensitivity. Okay? And never be distracted. Your challenge is the 6 of Wands as well. Never be distracted by the wondrous visions or the way that people portray themselves too much. If you realize that a lot of what people show on social media is a facade, a lot of what we see on the news is propaganda, then you'll learn to appreciate what you have and be able to build slow. That's really what I get in January 2024, because there's something about you becoming a master airbender here, fire and air, because in your overall general energy, you have the 7 of Wands, the King of Swords, and also the Magician in your overall general energy. So I see this as being a month where you're going to be defending your own mind against the autopilot mind, cultivating thoughts, reading new books, meditating, really going into monk mode to manifest what you desire, because it's all the potential is on the table for you. This reality is mental. You can create anything you want. You can be anything that you want. But I just feel right now there could be a lot of distractions. And part of the distraction could be you thinking that you're meant to be somewhere that you're actually, like whatever's happening right now is people don't want a boring success story. And even if you've already been very successful and now you're kind of going through a struggle, it's only preparing you for kingdom come. That's what I am putting out for everyone. That's what I always want. So, there also may be a challenge of forgiveness here, whether it's you or someone else. But the energy you need more of is to be in the open heart. Okay, and maybe to even be patient with certain people as well, I feel. Now, in what you don't see coming, you have the 4 of Wands, the 2 of Wands, and also the Page of Cups. This is really interesting. I feel that for me, this is almost 2 paths opening up for you. On the one hand, you have a risky option to kind of play defense, to do the monk mode stuff. you have an easy option, a safer option behind you, which includes the Page of Cups. And I feel this is more of the same that you've been dealing with. There could be some sort of love offer here that is enticing you. I feel there's some sort of social interaction here playing on your emotions that is the path of least resistance here and what you don't see coming, Sagittarius. So if you're single, there's definitely going to be people that are interested in being with you. But I feel the riskier option that may lead to a more of a solid foundation is to actually shut it down. And because in your overall general energy, it's all about defense, cultivating your mind. So I feel like there's an option to settle for something that could even be a distraction ultimately. I'm not saying it has to be a distraction, but I'm saying that it may not, it may prolong, it may take away from your true greatness. And then there's something in front of you which is riskier. You have the whole world in the palm of your hand. So there's something here about being patient. But sometimes you have to move into a frequency to do that. So this is about shifting, right? There's things are flying through the air. A lot of things are coming. And then you have the Six of Wands in your challenge. So I feel like there is perhaps the struggle is in patience, and there's going to be, the universe is going to send you opportunities to distract you, okay? Because you can be, because this is almost internal versus external. I feel like it's very easy to distract yourself with the glitter and the gold of this reality, even if it's not so much like that. You have the Page. So you could be getting a fishy love offer. You literally have the fish. This person's offering someone something, but there's only a little fish involved, and you could be dealing with someone who's seeing the world through rose-colored glasses. That may be a temporary distraction from your pain, I feel, but ultimately you're meant to have something more. You're meant to build, or you're not meant to, you have the option to build, you have the riskier option to reset your foundation, to build something on solid ground, or you have the safer option to kind of just build your foundation on sand, literally. This person standing on sand. So it's almost like it's the pleasure principle. You can either be very disciplined, because in your overall general energy, it might end up leading to that anyway, right? The King of Swords, Seven of Wands. I feel like if there also could be someone like that your challenge here as well could be that you might attach your reputation to someone, or someone is attempting to attach their reputation to you, which may feel great in the immediacy, but will ultimately be down the road a problem. And now I'm not sure if it's a problem. We're going to have to see, but it's just what I feel. Now, in your advice, you have the Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and also the Chariot. All right, and the Chariot's all about divine protection, freedom of movement. You have a lot of, this is, and the Magician in your overall general energy, ultimate potential, all four elements available to you. Your opportunity is movement. Your advice is movement. So there really could be something saying, Sagittarius, you might want to get out of town. There could definitely be something about you moving, and whether it's you, it could be you traveling it's either that you're going to be traveling mentally, being in a mental state that you've not been in for potentially ever, or getting back on your stuff, or there's something literally about traveling here. Okay, there could be something literally about traveling, but you have the Knight of Pentacles here, which is all about slow, methodical movement. And that's kind of the overall general energy here with the King of Swords. You might be experiencing certain colder energies here that you don't want to connect with anymore. But it's like you may compensate for that disconnecting from the cold energies around you, cold people, by going for someone who's like the opposite, the mush. But we're going to have to see if that's actually a good option for you. You also have the Ace of Swords here, which is about new thoughts. It's about brilliant ideas. This is about clarity of the mind. So I really feel like it's about clearing out the cobwebs, moving, taking your mind to places that maybe you never have before. But remember, the Six of Wands is your challenge. So let's go ahead and see why the Six of Wands is your challenge in January 2025. Why is the Six of Wands your challenge for Sagittarius? Could be immature people trying to mess with your reputation. Four of Swords. Sun. Knight of Wands. Yeah, your advice is the Knight of Pentacles. Your challenge is the Knight of Wands here. So the Six of Wands is clarified. This is your challenge. The Sun, the Four of Swords, and also the Knight of Wands. I feel like there's a lot of clarity being exposed on certain ways that you thought your life was going to go that may have been over optimism. I feel like there's something here about being overly optimistic that the universe is basically checking out, and you're gonna have to like go within and heal from this. You may also be in your challenge here. There can be a challenge for you to have clarity and to like go into a meditative state, because the Four of, you need Hilarion, divine healing, and the Four of Swords is all about healing the mind. It comes right after the Three of Swords, which is pain. So there could be a lot of clarity about the reputation that you were building. The Knight of, because it's connected to the Six of Wands, you have the Knight of Wands here. Someone who promises a lot but doesn't deliver. Someone who talks a big game but doesn't back it up. I feel like the universe is saying you're going to have to shut down, gain clarity so that you can actually back up something. Okay, because the Knight of Wands is your challenge. In your advice, you have the Knight of Pentacles here. So it's almost like the old you versus the new you, but the new you is much bigger. Look how much bigger this new you is. Knight of Pentacles. Now, there also can be something about a challenge about you seeing other people succeeding based off the Knight of... So I do get there's a weird frequency of like, there's a paradox in this reading where I feel like you're witnessing someone or something succeed through a frequency that used to work for you that doesn't work for you right now, because when the universe doesn't give you what you want, it's actually preparing you for something better. So I actually get that you're like going to, in a weird, trippy way, it's like you're going to witness, because we're all one. The universe is just pretending to be a different people. So like you're gonna witness like a lifeline that you could have went on, and it's gonna like upset you, but you're gonna realize that it was somehow flawed. So there's a lot of redirection here of your own sacred self. There could be something that you thought was sacred that was immature about yourself, and you're gaining clarity about that. So I don't even see you being like, I just see you recrafting your reputation, but there's things that make it hard. Okay, but if it wasn't, the universe is making it harder, or else you wouldn't have moved. So right now, don't be afraid. Let's clarify why the Eight of Wands is here in your opportunity. The Eight of Pentacles, yeah, hard work, the Fool, a new beginning, productivity. Just get moving. The Four of, Yeah, this is all about you. You have the Four of Pentacles and also the Ace of Swords here. This is also already in this reading, Sagittarius. So there's a lot of clarity about what you need to kind of shut down, control. There's something here about your own financial independence and your authenticity leading to that. Okay, so interesting. Let's clarify the King of Swords in your overall general energy. Why is the King of Swords? The Strength card. Yeah, this is about resisting temptation, merging with your higher self, merging your lower self with your higher self. And I feel like you may be witnessing people that are just in their lower self, like becoming successful, and like you're like, but you've already done that though. So it's like this weird thing where you may be witnessing past versions of yourself, but you're kind of becoming extremely mature. Yeah, you do have the Five of Cups here, and that's clarified, but that you have to be careful here, and what you don't see coming, I feel like there's a cover-up. I feel like there's someone going through a lot of emotional pain who may be trying to distract themselves from their pain by being with you. And let me repeat that, because that flew out right on the Page of Cups. The reason why you have the Strength card here, Sagittarius, is because there's something about someone trying to distract themselves from their own pain. You also have the Eight of Pentacles and the Chariot. I feel like this is someone who wants what you have, wants your energy, but it may be coming from, it may be up to you to decide what you want to do, because you do have Hilarion, divine healing, open-heartedness. So I feel like on one level, I just feel like there's a danger of you not focusing on yourself and allowing, because it's like, even in astrology, like when it's just you by yourself or with people that you're used to, it's like there's a set energy. As soon as you bring someone else into the equation, it can literally change everything, because now you're dealing with like two energies, two birth charts. And I feel like there's some, I don't know if you want this baggage, is basically what I'm trying to tell you. I don't know if you want this baggage. It could be someone trying to have a new love interest with you. And I'm not even here to make that choice for you. I'm just reading the energy. So let's clarify that Two of Wands. Yeah, you have the Hermit and you have the King of Swords here. The Hermit and the King of Swords. So this is definitely about you going within, being very strong in your mind here. Okay, but I feel like there's someone who wants a piece of that, or I feel like there's, yeah, you have the Seven of Swords and that. I feel like there's someone who wants a commitment with you because they're trying to shortcut something. There's someone who is just doing nothing but shortcutting through life, and they somehow want to attach themselves to you for that reason. Okay, and it's I'm not even saying that it's something that it's something you're gonna have to decide, but I do feel like this person is basically a distraction. Okay, but it's up to you. Yeah, so this is a mental reset month. But at the same time, yeah. Let's clarify why the Chariot is in your advice. Seven of Swords, Hierophant, High Priestess. Wow. Yeah, so the High Priestess and the Hierophant here go together. The feminine and masculine spiritual authorities here. So, and then you have the Seven of Swords involved in it. What's that? And then you have the Seven of Swords popping out before. Once again, I feel like whoever this energy is, and this isn't what you don't see coming, so it may be someone that you meet when you're traveling, okay? It may be something happening when you go to somewhere new. This energy is going to be on your back. And you do need to be careful with it. Seven of Swords. You're giving your energy away to something here that may take away from something else. All right, and then we see let's clarify the Ace of Swords in your advice. You want, because you don't, yeah, the Three of Wands, patience. Patience. Then you have the Three of Swords, Two of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, there's something here, Sagittarius, with the Ace of Swords. There's trust your intuition about someone. Trust your intuition about someone here. This could be related to your challenge as well, because we also have the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and the Six of Wands as well, with this being clarified by it. So make sure you're focused. Worry about yourself. If people are bothering you, take your attention away from them. The only energy that they have is your attention. And right now there's a challenge to remove your attention. But then it's like once you, okay, because when you're transcending something, the devil sends a trick. So it's like you're transcending something and it's going to be like another clone just like popping back into your reality to like test you with this. So I would say above all, heal your heart, realize this is a major cycle ending, release your sacred self, but there's something that may cloud your sacred self if you're not very disciplined this month. But you do have divine protection. You have spiritual divine protection. The only thing that's going to get in the way of it is like mundane day-to-day people trying to get in. All right, so that's what I got for you here, Sagittarius. I hope that it helps you. I'll talk to you next time.